This is Bearded Appliance Repair, and we're going to help you fix it. Howdy, folks. We got a washing machine today. Complaint on it is it's leaking, and the best place to always start is at the water valve. This water valve here, it is leaking. There's a pinhole leak. You can't really see it, but it is spraying. So I put my finger down in there, and you can see it's now wet. So we got a pinhole leak in this water valve, and we are going to replace that in this video as well. But when you are looking for a leak, the easiest way is to start from the top, work your way down, see if you see any water dripping, because ultimately you are looking for a trail. Best way to find a leak is to follow the water trail. It should point to right where it's coming from. Like if it's directly underneath the tub, could be coming from maybe the tub seal itself. Whenever the front half and the back half meet together, that seal could be going bad. But best way to find a leak is just follow that water trail. There's going to be one if there's a leak, and just follow it up. Follow where it's coming from. It's like chasing wires, but chasing water instead. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and replace this valve on this. It's not the easiest thing, but it's not the hardest thing either. There's a few extra things you got to do, and we're going to get into it. Number one thing to do, turn off water, disconnect power. Always before working on something. Once you get water off, you can get these water lines off, because you got to get those off, change out the water valve. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Get these water lines off here. Next, you take off all electrical wires, all three connections to all three solenoids, and then there's a temp sensor wire right there off to the left of it, looking from behind. So get all those wire connections off. And there are two screws holding on this valve, one bottom right and then one top left. And you want to use squares. A square bit to get those off. But before we get into that, we got to take off this here, and it's pretty tricky. You've got clips around each connection there, and you got to push those away from the connection and pull it out at the same time. It's pretty tricky. A screwdriver can help on getting those apart, but once you finally get that off, you want to get this vent out of the way so you can get that bottom right hand screw out. And it is a square bit. You guys want to use a square bit. Don't use a Phillips, because if you drop those screws, you're going to have to take this thing, or you got to take the back panel off so you can find those screws, and hopefully you find it. But a square bit is best. So we're going to take out those two screws now. And I have this beautiful tool. It's a 90-degree angle, and it helps me get these out pretty easily. But here's a look at the square bit, and it holds that screw pretty good. So using a square bit will prevent or help prevent you from dropping that screw. But once you get those screws out, you should be able to pull off the valve, and all you need is a screwdriver and just pry it out of the way. Be careful you don't want to bend anything or break nothing, but once you get it free, she pops right out and you can put the new one in. One important part to remember whenever you take these out, there's black seals that go between the valve and the housing, and sometimes they like to stick into the housing. You want to make sure those are there. So if they fall out, you can put it on the valve and then put the valve in, but you want to make sure that those seals are there. If they're not there, it's going to leak. So just make sure they're there. But anyways, get that new valve in there. And you just push it back in, put the screws back in, and then put everything else back together. And again, folks, this is where the square bit comes in handy, putting these screws back in. Because once you get this thing in, you drop those screws, you gotta find those screws, because you can't do without those screws. So these square bits, I mean, they help tremendously when putting it back together. So get those screws in. Then after you get those screws in, we're going to put all the harnesses back on, along with that vent. And then after that, you guys are done. This valve is in. You can turn the water on and make sure the pinhole leaks are gone, or wherever the leak may be if you guys have one, or if you're maybe even changing this water valve because it's not allowing water in or something like that. And water valves are pretty easy to diagnose. Number one, is it getting power? If it's getting power, you got to check water pressure. If it's getting power and it's getting water pressure, your water valve is defective. It's pretty much that simple if that's what you guys are looking into. But this is it. The water valve is back in. Then we put that vent back on, and then after we get that vent on, that piece with all the clips around each connection, we're going to put that guy back on as well. But that's it. After that, you're done. So if this video's helped you out, give it a like, subscribe, comment if you have any question. Thanks for watching.